Hello everybody, welcome back to my Dolly channel. If you're new here, this is a Reborn Baby channel primarily, and I've got my sweet Olive May out here today. Now, I've been cuddling with her, and so I had a hat on her, and now she has hat hair, and I'm trying to gently remedy that. I've got baby brushes, but they don't go through, and I can't find any of my baby combs. For every brush there is a comb, obviously, but I can't find them. So I just have to say I'm sorry, baby, little Olive May. You've got some hat hair, and Mommy's going to be working on that. So we're going to change her. I've been dying to put her little polka dot pajamas on, and I thought it was a nice night to just do a light-hearted video, because not everything out there unfortunately is light-hearted right now, and she is such a cool baby. This is the one that was gifted to me by a wonderful, amazing Dolly friend who also, after she bought the baby, she rooted the hair. And she did such an amazing job. And if you haven't seen this little girl before, then you're in for a little surprise when it comes to her hair. It's amazing, and you've got to stick around and see. Plus, I have something very special and nostalgic for her. Now, I was going to actually put this little onesie on under her jammies, but what she's wearing has a little bit of purple trim, so I'm going to leave that on, and we're going to slip these beautiful, oh, I love this, I would so wear this, 0 to 3 months, ooh, organic cotton, awesome, modern moments. So let's get her in here. Honestly, I'm on a Harry Potter kick, in case anyone hadn't noticed, and I kind of live in Harry Potter pajamas. I even have 2 of the same nightshirt because I like it so much. So that's, for the longest time I was on a Sesame Street kick, like my whole life. I've got Sesame Street pajamas and handbags and all kinds of immature stuff. Alright, let me pull this up. Oh, I love the weight of this baby. I'd love you guys to comment on how you feel, how you like your babies weighted. Because when I go back to the beginning of when I was collecting, I really just fell into this kind of in slow-mo. And I noticed my first cuddle baby, he's not weighted at all, but I didn't know the difference. And like now when I pick him up, I notice it, but I don't want to change that because I love him, and that would be Toby. If you guys don't know, my Toby is not weighted at all. And, you know, being new and not even, I didn't even realize he was a reborn. He was just an awesome dolly. And now when I pick up the babies, now of course I notice and I can see when I look at and hold the different dolls in my collection, you know, I can see my own progress, like how my tastes had changed and how certain things became more important to me. I have adjusted the weight of many of my dolls, but I'm leaving Toby alone. I'm not going to adjust his weight because I really bonded with him the way he is. But anyway, we're talking about little Olive May, and that works. That definitely works. Oh, I love these little jammies. Wait, I have to pick her up. I have to. Oh, and this is Bountiful Baby. I believe her name is Tessa. Oh, I love her, and she smells so yummy. So now, well, first before we get to her hair, I want to, and stick around for the hair because this is so cool. I found these little, I didn't find them, I own these little They're 100% lamb's wool slippers. I purchased these when I don't even know if I was pregnant yet. I was either 19 or 20. I honestly don't think I was even pregnant yet. But you older ladies like me, do you remember the Lily and Vernon catalog? I got these from the Lily and Vernon catalog. And eventually, when I had my first baby, she wore them. And they're not discolored, they actually always have been like this yellowish. I did hand wash them and scrub them up a little bit. And this actually was always pretty much the color, this kind of yellowish. And we're gonna put them onto Olive May. No other Reborn doll has worn these, by the way. She is the one and only. And let's see, I'm gonna mess everything up. Trying to zoom in on the little bunny slippers. I remember like holding them, and I didn't have I can't see. I'm sorry, I have to put my light up so high, and I'm so short. So it's hard for me to see what you can actually see. I'm trying to do that. So Olive May, okay, they don't necessarily match, but they are very, very special to me. And this doll is very, very special to me. And she is so beautifully painted. She is spectacularly painted. Oh, I should be more prepared when I do videos. Lavender Lullaby, I believe, is who painted her. And she is, this is just an expert job. The undertones, the dimension to the skin. That's another thing I've noticed as I go on with my collecting, that I'm very, very particular when it comes to the realistic aspect to the skin. I want to see like layers. I want to see translucency and the blue parts. And so I would love anyone to let me know how you've noticed your tastes changing or evolving during your Reborn collecting journey. And honestly, I haven't collected anyone since my Grandpa Bubba Audrey baby. And that's because I'm supposed to be making dolls. I have not completed my second one yet. Oh, okay, I was interrupted by a phone call. I didn't put my phone on airplane mode, so I hope that didn't mess things up. Are we recording? And the funny thing is, get this. So before I finish her hair, and you've got to stay for that. Promise you, stay for the hair, because it's super awesome. So right behind my backyard is my closest neighbor. It's a cute little house, and my neighbor actually moved, and my first husband, who is the father of my children, bought the house. I told him to. This is not a bad thing. He's not my second husband, he's my first husband. Yeah, I've done it twice. Done, by the way. So I have this bright light on. Now, in all fairness, any windows on that side of their house are blocked by their garage. They have a separate garage. But if my son were to just kind of look out his own front door, he would be able to see this ring light through my French doors. But anyway, so he just called me. So all right, let me get this right, because sometimes I put them on the wrong side. I think it goes like this. Okay, you ready? Let's sit her up. You probably know where I'm going with this right now. But we're gonna go, there we go. I wanted it to go more easily, but I didn't have them in the right hands. But look at that. Look at that. I can't stand it. I cannot get over, like, the whole, I love this baby so much, and I'm so sorry that Mommy gave you hat hair, because I'm afraid to snuggle with them. if they have rooted hair and if they don't have a hat on, like I'm so afraid that I'm gonna ruin the hair, so I put the hat on. The hat actually goes with this little sweet suit. But oh, and she's got her little lovey that she came with. I want her head up a little bit more. Trying to prop her up nicely. There we go. And where's her passy? Ah, here we go, baby. I think this is the passy that she was sent to me with. Not 100% positive, but I cannot remember whose passy is whose. I've got so many of them. Sometimes I have to go back and look at my own videos to see who came with what. But there she is, that beautiful girl. So anyway, I don't remember what else I wanted to talk about. I just really want to say hi and do something fun and lighthearted, and I do want to know though how you feel that your tastes have changed or evolved, or how has your reborn doll journey been going? How is it different from it was in the beginning? Or do you know things now that you didn't know to look for? I want to do a video about that too, because there are some things that are deal breakers with me, and I think I've been pretty lucky. I've been really lucky with my collection, and there's no examples on this little one of any kind of deal breakers. In fact, I can't even, her eyelashes are perfect. But I will tell you that something that I cannot deal with, and I don't have any examples here. Let me see. Okay. Now this is not an example. I'm coming back, guys. But I can use him to kind of demonstrate. Okay. So take a look at Ron Weasley. He's perfect, by the way. And he has applied lashes. But I hope you can see this. It's when people root eyelashes in the crease. See the crease above his eyelashes? When people root in there, like, that is such a huge pet peeve with me. I literally cannot. It almost makes me angry. Though it shouldn't. It's none of my business because I don't have any dolls like that. But that is just an example of something that I may not have known in the beginning, but like these days, if I look at dolls, I look for that. And it's really obvious, and I don't know why people do it. And I can't criticize anybody because like I said, I have not completed my second doll yet. And I'm sure that there are things that I'm doing wrong and that I will do wrong. But that's just one example of something that drives me crazy. And as far as my own personal collection, I can't have that. Can't have that going on. Another thing, and again, this baby does not have, she has no, what I would think of as flaws, or, I mean, she's absolutely perfect. She is perfect. And I know we say, like, none of the dolls are perfect, they're all gonna have some kind of flaw because they're handmade, but it's in the eye of the beholder, really, or the mommy. Because I do have some dolls where I could point out some flaws, but to me they're not flaws. You know what I mean? But when people do the nail tips like stark white, when I did my Dobby, I mean to me it just made sense that when you paint that little tip, you immediately, what I did anyway is I immediately dabbed it with the sponge. And let me show you. The proof is in the pudding, huh? So let me just show you, and his nails are not perfect. Let's see if you can, I'm not even sure what you can see. But when I was tipping his nails, I went right back and like dabbed the sponge over it to remove some of the paint so that you don't have that like stark white. I think this toenail maybe didn't come out so great. I really can't, there we go. This toenail is probably too bright. But that's just an example, and he's my first doll. He's not perfect, and I'll probably never make a perfect doll. But when the nail tips are too white, that really gets to me. We're ready for spring. We are absolutely ready. We want to see that Easter bunny and the eggs, and we're ready to say goodbye to the winter, even though it's about to get super cold here, but just for a few days. So stay warm, everybody, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.